So I was looking around Xbox Game Pass and I stumbled across S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. I thought that looks interesting, so I started doing some research and I fell into S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly, which started me down a rabbit hole. I started playing as a loner in Corden, was instantly hooked. I started watching some YouTube videos and discovered that you can mod S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and since I'm a big fan of Escape from Tarkov, I looked at Escape from Pripyat. I fell in love immediately. I played a little, just enough to get my settings where I like them. I played around Corden, the Rookie Village, southern area, went up into the swamp. I thought, man, I'm going to do a playthrough. So that's it. I suck at gaming. I'm not very good. I don't care. This game looks awesome. Let's do the playthrough. This episode's gonna, I figure I'd just take you through some settings, go through my MO2 settings, S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly, MCM, reshade settings. Those things, at the end I'll leave a link to all the information on how you can install, where I got the files, so you too can set yours up and play this great game. So let's get started. Let's look at the settings. Okay, we're going to start with the Mod Organizer 2 settings. So this is just a standard Escape from Pripyat download and install with the Efp 3.0 profile selected. So let's start. So that consists, as pretty standard. I really haven't changed much. I've added a few things at the end that I'll go over, but it's a standard Efp install. Pretty much got all the grok stuff turned on. See everything in this. Lost to the zones turned on. All the Efp mod edits, some compatibility. So you can see this is pretty standard install. I've gone through, I've played enough to play with some of these to know that I hate the large UI. I highly suggest just playing around with those. Animations turned on. I do not have Warfare turned on. I don't really want to play with that right now. I've left these on, make it harder. I've turned off all the easier stuff, and I've turned on cinematic effects. High def textures and models, and then the things I've added. Shift hover transfer. I don't know if I'm sold on that yet, but it's installed, and basically you just hold the shift key, hover over, and it'll transfer items back and forth. PDA to previous weapon, extremely handy. Take out your PDA, when you put it back, your previous weapon pops in. Just a quality of life thing. I do like the Escape from Tarkov interface, the blue kind of skeleton that shows up. I like that. And then faction identification. I'm going to play without crosshair on. So I've turned on and added the faction identification UI. So that's pretty much it for the MO2 settings. Pretty standard. So let's go take a look at the S.T.A.L.K.E.R settings. Start with standard settings, and I've got not a great PC, but it's not too bad. I've got everything set to high. Basically set to high. So I'm gonna go through here. I haven't really changed a lot. I think I made the grass taller than standard. Didn't do grass shadows. That adds quite a bit of processing. Volumetric sun rays, added that. I like the way that makes the sunset look. Soft water, no blur, wet surfaces. So the HUD, got the crosshair turned off. Everything else is pretty standard. I like all the, you can turn these on or off, the breathing, fog, rain droplets, those things. I like them. I think it adds a nice immersion. Weather, actually enjoy the bad weather. I think the standard settings has the rain and storms and stuff to set to rare, but I set them all to regular. Set the rain to regular, the storms rare, and fog gets pretty crazy. It gets difficult to see, so I've turned those down to 3 hours and rare And then night I just left it standard 8 days. Didn't touch the sound settings, I don't think, but here they are. Control, do your own mappings. Just played with the mouse sensitivity, turn that down a little bit. And then I have my own mappings, you set yours to whatever you like. Gameplay. Again, these are all pretty standard Pripyat. Settings, I do have stealth kills turned on. These you change those in game when you set up a new game. Did enable the disguise system. Fast travel is turned off. That's a standard setting for Pripyat. We're going to leave it off. And backtrack travel turned off. These are standard Pripyat. I didn't change those. Left all these the same. Left all the warfare settings the same. Dynamic news, I quite enjoy that. That's kind of fun to pay attention to. And all that. So let's take a look at the MCM, the mod configuration menu settings. Set all your own keybinds. It'll give you the keybind conflicts, but it won't tell you if there are modifiers. So for instance, quick melee, I've got double tap G. I do have one edit setting for G and one for double tap G. It shows up as a conflict here, but is not a conflict in the game. Same thing with T. I have logging turned on, so these are all pretty standard. I won't really go through all these. Just kind of flip through them. You set these up how you like. One of the things that was probably the biggest pain to set up was faction identification. To get the little icons to show up and the name and the rank to show up where I wanted them, I had to fiddle with this stuff quite a bit. I'm still not sure it's set properly, but we'll see how that goes. So everything else is just pretty much standard. Should be a lot of fun. We'll get to the reshade settings. So one of the things there is so efp.ini comes with, when you download EFP, it comes with that. I didn't like it. It made it too washed out, I felt, especially in Fog. So I actually went out and downloaded the Aggressor pack, and I used the Aggressor pack, Aggressor settings. You can Google that. Basically, I just downloaded the Aggressor mod pack and pulled the INI file out and dropped it in my root folder. So, but I quite like how it looks. These are set up. I'll show you what I got turned on. That's pretty much it. That pretty much covers my MO2 settings, my in-game settings, my mod configuration menu settings, as well as the shader settings. So I just wanted to do this quick video to kind of run you through all those. And then episode 1, we're going to start with a character creation. We'll start from there. Last thing I will leave you with is I'll include a list of links with the video of everything I'm using to do this video series. That'll be the S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly download, Escape from Pripyat. You have to go to the Discord and download it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Link to MO2, 7-zip, the OBS Studio that I use. I'm going to use Blender to do the video editing in. It's an open source free video editor. Audacity is open source voice recorder. I'll use it for the intros and any touch-up I need. VLC media player, and then I'll leave a link to how to install EFP. It's a nice video on the Discord channel. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave you all here, and when I next talk to you, it'll be episode 1. Thanks and enjoy.